Jiang is a great master, and quickly followed. I saw the man put his hands together. Zhang Shengxing Zhenzhen. Zhu Shanxing Zhanzhen, midnight double overwhelming speed. The man really got rid of the female sword emperor. The man saw that the female sword emperor was injured. Otherwise, even if he asked the god to accelerate, the man and the beast rushed straight ahead. They came to a temple. The man quickly opened the door. I'm here to seek the living Buddha of Lingtong Temple. I'm disciple killed to pay my respects. The master heard this. He was dumbfounded. Sister Calais. It's the master to block the wind. Jiang Jue has passed away. Before his death, he calculated that the master would be the first to knock. The man was stunned. Could this living Buddha be my colleague, the sixth? But if he died protecting the female sword emperor, it has something to do with me. But what's going on? I also have an extra apprentice out of thin air. The man thought, a female sword emperor is coming, and the little monk would also suffer. So they just ran away together. They didn't know how long they had been running. Suddenly, Meoshin stopped abruptly. They arrived at the mouth of the Jinsha River. The three went on the bridge. Hao Wang and Xin Tai didn't think they could really pass. There's no one else. Meoshin suddenly found a boat on the river. The man quickly waved his hand very fast. Xianxia, Xianxia. Look here, the man laughed. There is always a way out. They can finally get rid of that feudal devil. Xianxia is beautiful. Excuse me, Lianhu. The woman sneered. That's indeed beautiful. The man has realized something is wrong. The voice sounded so familiar. The nine-tailed fox lifted her face. My future husband, we meet again. This woman had just reunited with her husband. But she didn't even look at her husband. She even preferred to hold the cat than pay attention to him. She even asked her husband to prepare for punishment. Because this guy used his golden finger to order the empress to marry. And he left home for a month. At this moment, when the man came to his senses, the man was tied up. The moment he finally opened the talisman, next second, he squeezed out an ugly smile, wife. You're here, wife. She picked up the shadow talisman. Without a word, do you really want to leave me? Then he made a gesture of bouncing, and the man was immediately flung far away. Wife, can you not slap me next time? One morning, the man was brought before the female emperor. He imagined his wife would change her mind, but was exposed by the little monk. Don't dream. Master is just thinking about how to gouge out your eyes. The man immediately scolded his wife. How could you do that to me? The little monk can read minds. Yes, you are looking at me with such a frivolous look. You don't deserve your eyes. The man immediately said he was wrong. I'll talk to another woman next time. Everyone loves beauty. Everyone has it. The wife was stunned. Did he mean it? The man thought maybe he said something wrong again. Wife smiled and said, "Everyone respects and admires me." "You're the first man who says that to me." The man quickly persuaded his wife, "Actually, we have no grudge against each other." The wife snorted, "Have you forgotten your fortune-telling?" The man explained helplessly that the hexagram said so, and I can't do anything. "You will be my wife in 1,000 years." The wife naturally didn't believe it. "Just kill him." The man cried and said, "Why not buy my life?" "It's ridiculous that there's nothing in this world. You want to buy life. But what capital do you have?" The man said if he could treat the emperor. "What would you do?" His wife's eyes widened in shock. How did he know? The monstrous, murderous intent instantly swept his wife. The man was stunned. "Let's solve the problem, okay?" "How to solve it?" "If you can't say it, or if you say it poorly, you'll lose your life." "Are you famous in Shao Palace?" "Tianyao can cure the inverse disease." "Wife removes killing intent." "Are you famous in the Shenqiao Palace?" The man shook his head. "No fame. The Taoist priest is notorious." Wife snorted. "Did you also provoke women in the Shenqiao Palace?" "And is the master of Lily Heaven also a woman?" The man said solemnly, "Women's sixth sense is too strong." Wife reveals that I won't let you run away. The man said with righteousness, "I'll mortgage them to you at worst. They are my good disciples and pets. I will never be the kind of person, abandon my loved ones and run away." His wife ignored him. She directly asked the little monk if it was true. "If you dare to lie to me, I'll throw you into the pot and stew you." The little monk burst into tears. "Don't think my master is lying." The man consciously raised his butt towards his wife. "Be gentle when hitting." In the painting boat, there was a deafening shout. The little monk woke up the man with a crying face. The man only hated himself for not having the strength. On the other hand, the wife looked at the green jade bracelet thoughtfully. Lin Zhangxi once said that the person who owns the other half of the jade pendant will be my destined son. But he is not my type at all. At this moment, a thunderclap sounded. The wife looked at the sky. She had already seen that it was the tribulation cloud. She couldn't believe it. How could there be a fool crossing the river to cross the tribulation? The question is, why the tribulation cloud is right above our heads? The man stuck his head out from the curtain. "Excuse me, the madman you mentioned is actually me." The man was immediately dragged to his wife by Feng Jianyu. It turned out that the man had to predict the fate of 3 people. If he fails, he will face a catastrophe. His wife looked at him with disbelief. "Don't try to fool me. The man's words are as precious as gold, but it's above your head. Except me on this ship. Who can attract? A stone will cause a thundercloud to condense into shape. At that time, the entire boat will be blown up. To avoid this situation, I can help Tuer and the kitten predict their fortunes. Can I predict the future for you, the emperor?" This proposal was immediately rejected by his wife. "She is my personal attendant. How can you peek into my affairs? The man sighed and asked her to kindly throw him off the boat. It's better than being struck by the five thunder of heaven. My wife took 2 steps. You can only predict for the living. The man was stunned for a moment, indicating that as long as it has spirituality, the woman raised her hair, indicating that you wait for me for a moment. There are many corpses under the Xianxia River. I'll bring you some. Just 1 sentence. Then he really jumped into the river with a plop. The water surface just bubbled a little. With a splash, my wife has been done and surfaced. A row of 6 corpses were neatly arranged in front of him. 1 sentence is C. You should be enough. Well, then we won't disturb you. Seeing Liang leave, the man was stunned. Thank you, Connie. Can you untie me first? She is obviously a peerless 9-tailed fox. But she is obsessed with a 6th man because the man has her marriage fate, destined to be his husband in 1,000 years. Now they ended their honeymoon trip on the sea. Returning home. But why are all the welcoming maids vixen-like? The lead maid respectfully said, "Master is back." Look at this sweet mouth. The man hurriedly bowed. I don't deserve it. His wife snorted, "You know yourself well." Just as the man was led into the wing by the lady, Boeotian was hugged by the female emperor. I have a question for you. Has Zhang Li ever told your fortune? Mao Ading, the strong man, turned into a kitten. He immediately fell to his knees. Sir only calculates my luck for the day, but never cat's fate. Why are you used to this? Don't you want to know your own destiny? I'm scared. The cat trembled and said he didn't dare. Others only say one thing. But the master said it's all bad. Those who have not been calculated by the master. Their fates are not set. But once they are calculated, it's the destiny sacrifice. The first one. How could this guy have such ability? Is it true or false? Altian straightened his back, and it never lied. The master has never been wrong. The empress squinted her eyes, and my first note is really amazing. Just then, a pleasant female voice came. I'm here to see you. Could she be the next demon lord? The legendary Tushan girl. The little fox is now looking forward to where her brother-in-law is. I can't wait to see my brother-in-law. The man who can match my sister must be a man with 3 heads, 6 arms, and 9 tails. In the Empress Palace, where does my silly sister have a blood relationship with me? Then she ordered Feng Jianyu to take her away. Aning was upset that she couldn't see her brother-in-law. She didn't even get any information from him. She lost face in front of her friends. Aning was so angry. You just wait. If my sister doesn't tell me, can I go find my brother-in-law myself? Xuanji ran away quickly. On the other hand, Hua Nu was introducing her residence to the man. The man was relieved that he wasn't locked in the cell by his wife. The gentle and lovely flower slave just now immediately changed her face. Sir, if you dare to run away, you will know the consequences. The man grinned. This woman's face changes faster than a book. The next moment, Huamu invited them to dinner with a smile. But there was no meat on the table. There was not a single dish with meat. Hana explained that there were many of their compatriots. You can't eat their meat. The man quickly stuffed a cucumber into his mouth. Look how much my good apprentice likes to eat. By the way, Sister Halu, look, we are quite destined. Let me give you a fortune telling.